and welcome to another Black Desert stream. My name is Sherna.
And my name is Trent.
So, before we get into anything, as you may know, there have been connection issues this week.
Yeah.
We've been investigating our side and our servers, as well as we know that there are Xbox Live issues and issues with Microsoft servers and stuff like that. We are investigating these issues. We're trying to get fixes applied during the maintenance. We probably will be applying some server maintenance things.
Our mic is low.
Raise the volume, please. We're not in the same room anymore as the people controlling it.
Yeah. Raising it.
All right, checking. All right. Are we good? Is the mic up? We're raising it.
Getting better.
Okay. All right. Maybe that's why the gain was so high.
Well, if you've never joined us on these streams before, we're used to having audio issues.
So like you can hear it. Okay. All right. I think.
Oh, Sherna's got it.
Sherna got. Oh.
Wait. Okay, so one of the issues is our name tag thing is
The wrong
reversed.
way around.
Yeah.
So it's your mic.
It's my mic.
That's Trent.
I'm Trent.
I'm Sherna. Trent is low. Okay.
That's way better.
All
Trent,
right,
okay,
all
closer.
right.
Okay.
Let's just try this. Okay.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
A few things. One, we screwed up the name tag thing. So basically, we
Switch sides.
switched sides in the room and where the couch is, and then we just moved directly across as opposed to switching over, which is terrible. Now, in regards to lag, so I can see some people in chat saying, like, you can't blame Xbox and stuff like that. You're absolutely right. There are some issues within our game as well. Can't be denied that Xbox Live had some issues as well. During this time of pandemic is the word? Or is it epidemic? Pandemic. So in terms of pandemic, a lot of tech stuff has been kind of stressed and screwed. So basically what happened was during the pandemic itself, everyone stayed home. And it broke stuff.
Yeah, a lot of servers have been going down and things like that. As I was mentioning, hopefully the microphone is loud enough now. We are looking into our own side as well as the other sides of the coin. We're investigating those issues.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's fine. So in terms of lag, it's not just Lyco needs to know how to spell. But in terms of lag stuff, yeah, we do have to investigate on our side. Again, as we said before, like optimization has been a process, and it continuously has to be a process. There were some people in chat who were saying, like, what was it? That in Discord we can't give any answers other than, we're looking into it. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, that is all that we can say.
And also, that is a lot of basically, that's a lot of development, is like we are looking into it, and by the time someone's looked into it enough to have a fix, the fix is probably out before we have an answer to say, yeah, we're going to go fix it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to go turn the mics up a little bit.
Yeah, go on. I'll handle the lag stuff now.
Okay.
So in terms of lag, like I said before, we definitely do have some issues on our side. At the same time, it's not an overnight fix. It's not a silver bullet. Is coronavirus computer virus now? No, so basically what ends up happening is, I'll explain from our side. So on our side, what ended up happening was, to be safe and to react to the pandemic that's going out, we had to take extra precautions, such as like letting people stay at home and work from home. But because of that and because of security issues, there are certain things that you can't do from home that you can do in the office. So that has slowed down a lot of processes. Like if you've seen some of our last few streams, like coupons weren't a priority. You good now?
Yeah, should be.
Coupons weren't a priority, so we didn't focus on it. I couldn't call that guy and call the QA guy, call the other guy and be like, yo, come into the office, make us our coupons. That wouldn't be the human thing to do, and it wouldn't be the safest thing to do in regards to this.
And also the Node War stuff.
Yeah.
Did you deal with that?
Not yet. I just talked about like what happens.
All right. So the Node War stuff, we've been reporting for a long time about Node Wars and stuff. This time we've reported it, and it seems as though a lot of work is going into trying to solve it.
Yeah.
So the guy who's responsible for Node Wars has been investigating, and we cannot. We talked about this very early on.
Yeah.
We cannot replicate it on our servers.
Right.
Because on our servers, everything is fine. On EU and Asia servers, it's fine. On Xbox, it's fine. It all has the same code.
Yeah.
There's no difference between NA and EU code or NA and Asia code or whatever. There is no real difference. So they're still investigating, still looking into it. But we're hoping they get it fixed relatively soon. We're going to keep pushing again. But we've always been pushing for Node Wars to get fixed on PlayStation. Unfortunately, so far it hasn't. So we're still looking into it. We're going to get that working as soon as we can. All right.
So wait, hold on. So some people in chat are saying it's because like PS4 peeps don't have AP.
No.
That's not the issue. That's legitimately not the issue.
No, the issue is there is an issue where nodes cannot be damaged unless it's 100% accuracy skill.
Next thing is we have to talk about this as well. Offentet. So Offentet came out and we got a lot of reports saying that they couldn't damage it or that they broke out of it. So World Boss blue screens, we know about it. That's part of the optimization process of what we're going forward with. The next thing was people were saying that they didn't get loot, right? And there's quite a few variables that went into that. So essentially, you have to damage the roots, right? Not the spawns around them. You got to damage the roots and do it. If you have died, right, and you try to get back there, one of the problems with that is if you've died and you've gone too far out, by the time you get there, the loot has disappeared. There is a timer on that loot, right? So you got to hit the right people.
You got to hit the roots, and then you got to hit Offentet himself when he pops out of the shield. So if you've been there, you know there's a little man inside the pilot in mech thing. Make sure you smack him. He is the one that will give you the damage, not the actual monster itself or the spawns that are around it.
Right. Anything else to deal with that?
No. Let's just get into patch notes, I think.
Okay. So
and there are 3 phases, and you can get 3 sets of loot. Some people thought it was broken because they got multiple loots, but you can get 3 or 4. All right. So let's get into it. The update.
That's what I want.
Yeah. The update. What's coming in the update, Trent?
Out of the 2 remaining classes, the most anticipated class has now finally been released.
The least anticipated class.
Out of the 2.
Oh, out of the 2 that are remaining. Yeah.
Out of the 2 that are remaining, the most anticipated class is finally here. Maehwa is here, along with her Absolutes and Rubom and Awakening.
Yeah, so she's coming as the full package. She is going to be making her way. If you don't know about the story, because that GM note hasn't gone up yet, basically, she was a street rat, was picked up by an officer in the army. She couldn't. When she grew up, she was an expert fighter, but couldn't go to the military because she, I don't want to swear, she was illegitimate. She was not a legitimate child. She was the daughter of a concubine or something like that. So she went to the Order of the Plum. No, the Order of the Apricot. Sorry, Google Translate. So the Order of the Apricot, she goes out. She basically makes a name for herself, but loses herself in the way, and then yada, yada, yada. Full details will be out either today, tomorrow, depends on when it gets finished.
Yeah. The GM note, unfortunately, it didn't come out in time just because the translation process kind of got scuffed because of people working from home and precautions.
God, the language in chat right now, people. You can't say the B word.
We just say street rat.
Street rat. Illegitimate. Okay. Next thing that's coming up. Bonus quests. Now, this is something that hasn't, as far as we're aware, been applied to PC.
Right.
Basically, it's in Korea, but not in other regions, I believe.
Okay.
Basically, as you're grinding in a spot, you can get an item called Dark Energy of XYZ, and it'll give you a new, sub-quest that you can do, which will basically award contribution points and give you I believe, 30-minute buff. I can't remember what the Conqueror's buff does, but there's another buff there.
Extra combat skill EXP.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not APDP. It's extra EXP. So you can get those while you're there.
Sweet. Right? So that was extra quest.
Oh, wait. I should mention that it's Valencia and Media, I believe, for these. So it's like Bashim, Taftar, Bassi, like Iron Mines, Mains. So basically, it's a way for the lower end to get better.
Dope. Next thing, can I talk about it? Because I like this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. For those of you who've been using green party elixirs for a long time now, blue reagent has finally come into the game. So you can mix 3 green grade elixirs with the blue reagent that you can get from material vendors. Mm-hmm. Smack them together, blue grade elixirs. Hooray!
Yeah.
Right?
Next up, Black Spirit Rage, 10, 25, and 50% are coming. Each class except Shy gets basically mini Black Spirit skills. Full details will be on our website about which percentage and whatever. But yeah, that's coming in, as well as the wound system, which the wound system will give you a debuff to your maximum HP, and I believe it's in relation to the amount of damage done by the percentage of the Black Spirit Rage skill. So if you do I know it sounds weird, but if you do a 200% Black Spirit Rage skill, 100% of that damage is removed from their max HP, and it recovers over X amount of time.
Okay.
I don't have the details, but yeah, the wound system is in as well. The next one.
Do you want to save that for last? Or do you want to just do it now?
Save it for last. Okay. I'll put that there. Okay, optimizations. So there are going to be 3 optimization settings coming in. Not settings, but like changes. The first one is if you are using the training dummies in towns and cities, your costume will be defaulted. So you will look like the basic, I was going to say another B word there. But you're basically going to look basic. It's going to be your class's basic outfit. So you're going to look like that while you're on the training dummies. So it's going to deload costumes. And hopefully that will save some memory. If it does, there is possibilities of this being extended elsewhere.
Mix it with the bad language.
I know. But there is possibilities of that like being applied elsewhere in high situations. But we're just going to, take a step back, see how it works here. Yeah. And then, consider. But we're not going to be removing your costumes throughout the whole of the game. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But right now it's only for those training dummies. And if that helps improve, there might be ways of doing it later. Okay, so someone said, how is that supposed to help optimization? Right, so the thing about optimization in towns and cities is it has to load every class, it has to load every costume, it has to load every NPC, which there aren't that many in comparison to player costumes. So basically what it does is, for the training dummies, there is a huge drawer of memory when you walk into a town next to the training dummies because there's people there, which is why last time we reduced the number of training dummies. Yeah. This way, we get to reduce further the impact of training dummies, and the default costume doesn't, like, you'll load one witch, one wizard, one warrior, one Zerker, instead of loading 40 different designs and people who mix and match their costumes. So we've tested it in our servers. We're like, okay, this seems to work well. We've done, so hopefully when this comes out, it's going to add a little bit more to the optimization. Remember, optimization isn't just a one-shot kill. You've got to slowly build those blocks up. Yeah. So this is one of those blocks. Do you want to go for the second one?
Give me one second. So it wasn't so much as like there's a problem with the dummies in general. Optimization has a lot of different variables, and this is one of those variables. And why are we always dying in the desert here? So each part of it they all have a different role to play. With the training dummies, I'm not sure why you would want the costume at the training dummy. Like, I understand it, but like when you're just AFK training, because the main purpose of that is AFK training. Yep. Right? So not having a costume on, not too bad. At least that we don't get to we're not trying to take it out of like grinding and stuff like that. That's a terrible idea. But yeah, so that's one of the
you will still get your costume buffs. So technically your character will still be wearing the costume. It's just visually you won't. Yeah. Okay. All right. Second up on the optimization is auto sorting inventory. So what we found was that when looting, when picking up items, the auto sort inventory was causing basically a resource drain.
Yeah.
So we've optimized that a little bit to try and help basically grind spot optimization. So that's another change that's coming. And the third change is basically interactable objects such as trees and rocks. We're going to reduce by a small amount in certain areas. This is just to try and free up more space and more memory. So that's another one. It's only a small percentage change. If there is a large concentration, you might see a few more, whatever, let's say trees removed there. If it's a small concentration, it's going to stay the same.
Yep.
So yeah.
Anything else with that?
No, those are the 3 optimizations. There are more on the way.
Yeah.
But these are the 3 that we have right now.
Cool. And again, further along, we're going to keep focusing on optimization.
Okay, one other thing. Stop reducing, add more servers. Servers are not necessarily the issue here. Like we investigate, we take a look at server numbers. Server numbers are healthy for where we are. We're not overburdened. The server numbers are healthy.
Yeah. I'll talk about the I guess the demand for more servers. So again, optimization has a lot of different variables. Servers are one of those variables for sure, right? I'm not saying that it's not, but no, I'm not saying it's not the issue. See, like that's the thing. If you just run with one thing, servers are one of the different variables. That's something that we have to take a look at.
And we have been.
Yeah.
We have been looking at the servers, and they're healthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Although EU does need help.
Yeah.
We have talked about that.
Yeah.
Right. EU needs help. There's a few other ones, but we'll have to take a look into it. But yeah, not everything's a one shot for that one. The next thing that we're gonna get into is also, this isn't the last of optimization. We're gonna keep going forward with that. Next thing is item changes. So for a very long time, like boat sets, horse sets, wagon sets, were character bound. We've changed that to family bound, just to help people with it, just to be able to move stuff. The other thing was that you can now melt concentrated magical blackstones.
Yep.
Into sharps and hards, but you're going to need a solvent, an old moon solvent, and you get that from the old moon managers.
Yep.
So hooray.
Yep. Also, so a node war change here.
Yeah.
You will now be able to buy cannonballs and flame cannonballs from anyone quartermaster or up, and it costs 200,000 silver each, I believe. So you'll be able to buy those, and the crafted ones are going to get a buff. The damage on normal cannonballs is up 30%, and the flame cannonballs will deal minus 100 HP every 3 seconds for 45 seconds. Basically, it applies a burn that deals 100 damage per 3 seconds.
The crafted versions.
The crafted versions, not the purchased versions. Purchased versions will be the old crafted stats, and the crafted ones will be bumped.
Yep. You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, so the maximum price of certain items has increased on the central market. So logs are going up to 9,800. Scantling is going up. Standardized timber square. Sap of white cedar, acacia, and elder tree. Those are all getting slight increases to their maximum values. And now you'll be able to purchase... And now you'll be able to purchase up to 50... ancient relic scrolls, forbidden books, scroll written in ancient language, and Manshaun voodoo dolls.
Yeah. Aside from that, there's some like a couple monster changes that we'll get into in more detail later. A few UI updates, I guess, right?
Yeah.
One of the big things with that is Altar of Blood has been restored.
Yay!
Yeah.
Said the 6 people who play it.
Altar of Blood will be back in. Crafting notes as well as party recruitment stuff. They're all in your menu. You'll finally be able to get into that.
Yep. There are huge buffs for Warrior coming. Some pretty good buffs for Tamer. A couple of other changes to skills. I'm not going to go through them all. You'll have to wait for the patch notes just in case they get removed at the last minute.
Yep.
And then there was another one I wanted to bring up. Oh!
Yep.
PlayStation 4 users, your ring menu should no longer reset.
We say should.
Should.
We say
every time we've done something like this it always just kind of knackers itself out and just
Yeah.
doesn't work. This time we've been told 100% chance resetting ring menus is happening. Not happening. Happening. It's fixed.
It's
okay?
fixed. We've been
It's
told that it's
fixed.
been fixed. Let's see how it plays out.
Yep.
Anything else?
All right. So the one thing that we kind
Wanna
of
talk about.
we stayed off talking about on the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So we've been taking a lot of feedback on the 40% nerf. Right.
Yep.
The 40% Thanos snap. Gone. Just like that. Basically the main contention points were history and Ackman.
Yeah.
We've gone through. We've had our the designer who's in charge of those placements and that kind of stuff. He has gone through. He's been doing this now for about a month, I believe. He's been changing things around and
Roughly.
other things. It's
Yeah,
not his
other
only.
things as well.
It's not his
Yeah.
only responsibility. But history and Ackman has been not reworked, but there's been replacements. There have been new other mobs being put into certain places.
Yeah.
So basically, Ackman and Histria have been renewed.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to say. So the positioning and what monsters go in has been changed.
That's definitely one of them. So again, let's Taken's happy. This is still part of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
It's not like we're done. It's part of the conversation. Let's see how this one goes. Let's get the amount of feedback. So when the first snapping happened, right? We got a lot of feedback. Some of them were not so helpful, but a lot of it was.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were helping out with that. And it's like, well, I think this. Oh, I play this class. I think this. And I think this. Well, users will generally go like this. And it was cool. It was a very much of a collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. I think that's one of the better things about our community.
Yeah.
That everyone was trying to do that. So let's keep the conversation going. Let's see how this goes. Let's get that kind of feedback and go from there.
Yep. And after this, there's going to be another period where we're just going to take another look into Ackman and Histria, see how it's performing. And if that's fine, we can... There's going to be consideration on other spots. So these were the first spots to get hit because these are the more important spots, we would say, in terms of just progression. This is where everyone would want to be.
Right.
So...
that's one.
It's still going to have its 2 times. It's still going to have extra respawn time and stuff like that. That's not changing. We're not reverting it. We've just renewed it. Okay, Giffen Raja Temple. This party grind spot has been buffed and changed as well.
Yep.
So now it's going to technically be a recommended AP area of 270, and it is a 5-man party grind spot. We've moved around a lot of the monsters. We've increased the amount of drops that are there. So we've tried to make it a more reasonable place to go, I would say. Before, it was too sparse. It was too sparse. There's a lot of gaps, and there's a lot of places you just can't go. We've improved Giffen Raja, but in that as well, we've also increased the AP there. So 270 is ridiculously high in terms of AP, but with teams, with buffs, you should be able to do it. If you have no party, I would not recommend going to Giffen.
But now that our party recruitment is back.
Now that party recruitment is back, maybe, but it is kind of rough.
Yeah.
If you're alone or in a small party. This is a 5-man grind party spot.
Yeah.
So see how it goes. You might be okay. But yeah, we've increased the density and things like that. This is right at the bottom of Camasylvia. There's a quest line that goes through there. Also, someone says 270. It's recommended 270. You can go in lower with buffs. Also, last one, Crescent Shrine. We have unlocked a new area of Crescent Shrine, which we will hopefully be showing today.
Yep.
A new area of Crescent Shrine is there. You will be able to go and visit the back end. Here, there is more bigger mobs that offer the chance of getting Crescent drops.
Right.
And including soil Crescent rings and normal Crescent rings. So it's the back area of Crescents, I believe.
We're gonna try and get there.
I actually don't know how to get there.
We're gonna see if we can get there.
I don't know if we could get there because I don't know where it is.
We'll be grinding on Crescents anyways.
Yep.
Right.
Was there anything else that you wanted to go through some of the events?
Oh, right. So some of the events. Oh man, there's a lot of papers going on here.
There's a lot to go through today. But yeah, there's a lot to go through.
Throw this away. No, it's here. All right. So as per usual, level up event. And because Maehwa comes with awakening as well. If you awaken them, you get stuff. Hot time event to help you with your troubles. Good times. The hot time event will be slightly different. So the hot time event is going to be on weekdays from, I want to say Monday. I'm going to go through PET times. Monday through Thursday. Thursday. Yeah. Monday through Thursday from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. In PET. And then on the weekend, it'll be continuous. So from Friday, 3 p.m. to Monday, 3 a.m., we're just going to be running that hot time. Right? So that'll help you level up your Maehwas and stuff. I'm definitely going to be making one, which will be fun. Right? Are you making one?
See how it goes.
Fair enough.
Not the biggest fan.
Next thing, cherry blossoms. You'll be able to collect cherry blossoms based on playtime rewards. Turn that stuff in. Get cool stuff. Right?
Yep. Essentially, you've just broken down every event we've ever had.
Right?
Get stuff, give stuff, receive stuff.
One of the best things in that one is a fine accessory box for however many cherry blossoms. Next thing is an event called the Rise of the Cherry. Oh my god, I can't believe I wrote this. The Rise of Cherry Blossoms, where you get a cherry blossom seed for 1 loyalty in the pro shop. Right? You plant it, you get the cherry blossom pot, you put it in your house, you get interior points. How to do that, how to garden, and all that kind of stuff will be in the event notice if you've never done it before. You need
a farm.
You need a small fence.
At least a small.
At least a small fence.
At least a small.
Right. Next thing, this is kind of gonna be deceiving. So there's gonna be something like spring drafts, right? You can get fresh peach flower petals from defeating monsters, gathering, or fishing, or vibrant peach flower branches. Mm-hmm. Depending on what you do with this in terms of processing, so simple alchemy, or if you shake them, you can get a vibrant peach flower draft or a heartwarming spring draft. The vibrant peach flowers draft gives you all AP plus 10, combat experience plus 20, skill EXP plus 10, crit movement, max weight, special attack damage extra. Right?
Yep, and that's 15 minutes on a 10-second cooldown.
For those of you who are pacifists like myself, you'll be wanting to make the heartwarming spring draft, which gives you gathering plus 3, fishing plus 3, movement plus 3, life EXP plus 20%, weight limit, processing success rate plus 20%, auto fishing 10%, gathering resource gain chances by 8%. Same thing, 50 minutes, 10-second cooldown. You can't mix the two drafts together. It's whichever draft you use first.
Yep.
Right? And it takes precedence over other elixirs.
Okay.
Right? So these are beefy stuff. I would make them, right? Depending on what you do.
You missed an event, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about that one. Don't worry
I did. Basically, you need, you can make your own cherry blossom coronet. It's called the peach flower coronet in-game, right? But you can use the same thing with the petals and the branches. Make it. You can look pretty. It'll be dope, right? Last thing can I mention this one?
Yeah, just go for it. What's the worst that happens?
Yeah. Okay. Let's just. So
Altanova kicks our butt when we go downstairs.
Patricio will be undergoing hard times because Maehwa has come and needs to blow off his wares. So 50% off on energy as well as 50% off the offered price of Patricio.
Yes.
Right.
So this means if Patricio would normally give you 100,000 silver for like one blackstone, it'll go down to 50. So it's 50% energy cost plus 50% offered silver cost.
Yeah.
That does mean there is a possibility of it looking like a normal price.
Yeah.
Because Patricio's prices are exorbitant at times. So 50% off an exorbitant price is roughly its normal price. Yeah. So it depends on how lucky you get.
Pretty much.
So yeah.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Good times will be had.
Yeah.
Cherry blossoms will be sweet. I'm just going to make the heartwarming drafts because life skilling. Good stuff.
Nah, you got to get those AP drafts.
I will go for the AP stuff just because I'll have to level up Maehwa.
Okay, I think let's get into some Maehwa play.
All right, let's do it.
So let's switch into one of the consoles, probably mine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Lyko, can you hear me?
Oh, snap. So someone asked in chat while we were trying to switch, right? You want to explain the Maehwas actually?
Yeah, so yesterday, Trent made his character first and was like, I'll make it Mayday All Day. And I was like, I got a better name. It's Maybelline. Yes!
I'm so disappointed in myself.
I think this is the first time I've actually won the naming game. Yeah.
I'm very upset by this.
Yeah.
I saw people in chat in both, what was it? Twitch, YouTube. I saw some people in Mixer as well. That 3v3 tournament that we did, like the one where you team with the CM, which is sad. What are you what are you showing?
I'm giving like look, there's a rock, and there's two Maehwas. And we go down, and then there's a hedgehog butt. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Quality content only from us. So I saw some people asking about the 3v3 stuff. I want to do more stuff like that. You're dying. And I thought it was a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I noticed that one of my favorite team members, Pen Frank, is in chat.
The life skiller who outlasted everyone else.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I saw Magic Mike as well. Wizard Mike.
Have you
not
now,
Magic Mike.
Have you now
Wizard
seen
Mike.
Magic
Wait,
Mike?
wait. Sorry.
All right, you have seen Magic Mike. All right. Leave
Magic
your
Mike
man
is
card
beautiful.
at the door, man. Leave your man card
my
at the
bad,
door.
my bad.
I mean,
Taken's in here.
I mean, Channing Tatum is definitely...
That
All
was
right.
a man crush and a half, not gonna lie. So all these people are in here. I'm very excited. I want to do more stuff like that. Some people in Discord gave us some event ideas, and I want to go through with them. Where are you bouncing off to?
I'm just going for a walk.
All right, let's
I don't
do
know
this.
about you. So I don't play Musa. I don't play Maehwa. So I have no idea what I'm doing. But we are very strong in this area, so we can split up this time.
Okay.
If you want to show things off.
You think I should show off a melee class?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, what a mistake. All right. So with Maehwa, like me and you were talking about this earlier, right? Basic stuff. With her awakening, because this is the one that I've been studying the most, right? Petal Drill and Petal Bloom are your big things.
Yep.
Right? So Petal Drill will get you the down, right? So right here, and then you go into Petal Bloom. Because Petal Bloom takes a bit of a charge up, you want your enemy to be down, right?
Yep.
If they're down, sweet. In terms of like swaps, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult than other classes because there's not as many skills to go in and out with, right? Other than your triangle or Y swaps, right?
Yep.
So
and if you do that, please hold forward.
yeah,
If you just press it, it's a very slow animation.
yeah. So I'll show you on my screen here, right? So if I just switch, it has this thing, horrible, right? But if I hold forward and triangle, bang, right?
Forward and Y for the Xbox people out there.
Fair enough. So you still have your chases and stuff. A lot of her skills give you crit, right? And seeing as how they don't stack, you don't generally need to use general apricot buff, right? The only reason I would use it is because of the attack speed buff. If you don't already have that through crystals and whatnot, right?
Man, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna say I cannot play this class. It's really hard.
I don't think we should be showcasing this then, right? So
for me, I think one of the things, and it's the same for Musa. So if you play Musa, you're gonna be pretty good with Maehwa.
Yeah.
But for me, like I'm used to holding my right trigger.
Yeah.
All the time, and the issue with Maehwa and Musa that I've been leveling it up. The issue with that is that just makes you dash.
Yeah.
And the problem with dashing is it's not killing things, and you dash backwards.
Right.
But we should be trying to show the back entrance. But
you're a community manager, dude. Come on, man.
But yeah. I'm just gonna leave Afaru because I don't know the skills well enough to know which ones are my CC skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was down this way, but I don't know where it is. All right.
All right. So I'll say the other stuff with this, right? So with Maehwa, like I was saying, if you just press triangle or Y, you're gonna do this. There's not as many skills, but if you use Sleet Step, right? So it's basically your dodge back. It'll transition you in to your awakening, right? So good stuff.
Yeah, I am not a Musa or a Maehwa player.
Now
I cannot go smack, and just hope for victory.
Yeah. So one thing with Maehwa and Musa players, as you guys know, WP is an issue, right? So she has this skill here, Maehwa's Will. as well as some other skills that will give you back your WP on good hits. So Petal Bloom, I believe, will give you a good one, but it's got to hit. So which is why you want Petal Drill first.
You telling people how to play Maehwa and a melee class just feels wrong. It's like, yeah, okay.
There were a few people who were teaching me before, like with Pre-Awakening, where Blind Thrust will actually, you can use it as an animation cancel. But I'm not good enough to do it. I know the concept. I'm not good enough to do that.
You don't play melee classes oh no, but you've been playing a lot of Mystic.
Yeah. Well, I know the animation.
Sorry to give out your your dirtiest secret on stream.
Oh no, people know about it now. Like I get messages from people's like, why have you forsaken the witch? And I was like, why not? So
trying to play a real class.
Jesus, dude.
But you're not playing a Zerk, so you're not even playing a real class. Don't follow me, like I'll switch back to Trent for a bit. I'm just trying to find this new passageway that exists. I went to say supposedly exists. I know it exists. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah. So people in chat are also saying like in Pre-Awakening, you use Red Moon. It's good. With Red Moon, one of the I think a lot of veteran players will know this, but with Red Moon, if you use it, you want to swap to your Awakening, because when you do forward swap Awakening with it, you'll have a guard in front of it. Otherwise, like Red Moon is unprotected, and you can keep taking hits.
I know all about that. As a Zerk, being unprotected. Okay.
Yeah, Petal Bloom. It's just a beautiful skill. Right?
So there is a new area here, and I would like to show where it is. The only issue is we only got the test servers the test build late last night because they were doing testing some server stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, didn't get a chance to find out where it was.
So a few people were telling me like you want to use Divider from your Pre-Awakening as like a combo bridge.
That makes sense.
Right? It just flows into stuff. It helps you with like managing your cooldowns better. But again, like I know these things in theory. Wait, the new area is up on the cliffs. 30 spots on the main platform.
Is that why we were up there when we teleported here?
God, it's where we were.
It's where we were.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right. All right. Are we gonna go try to find it?
You want it? We can just go back to main cam and then.
No. That's unfair.
Where did you go?
I'm just bouncing around. I'm out of WP. I'm out of stamina.
So hold left trigger and for you X.
I just did Maehwa's will. That's fine.
That gives you WP.
Yeah. I also put a decent amount of skill add-ons for WP because I know what I'm like. I know I'll forget the skill.
Fair enough. Maehwa also has some like HP regen stuff, which is good. I put it mostly as like add-ons. Yeah,
like she does need a lot of sustain. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm in the right area.
Ooh, I got a pedal.
Like a Leia's pedal?
No. Cherry Blossom.
Oh. That event started already?
On this build.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, usually I don't find that out until I turn on the game.
no, the QA team asked me, like, do you want to put it in? And I was like, yeah, why not? I don't know why I would need it, but yeah. There it is. Right? So the thing with Petal Drill is, like, it's also slightly unprotected. So if, you know, peeps are already in their animation, you're going to get smacked.
Yeah.
But she's so flashy. I like it. Also,
so,
New Year's Eve is good, right? If you get to use it.
I think it was up here, was it? The new area?
Is this where we were?
I'm where we started.
Okay.
So, get up there! Why isn't she a berserker? Okay, so maybe
asking the real questions in life, are we?
Yep.
I'm having issues. Oh my god.
Sucks to be you.
I hate life.
I'm just climbing mountains. Where is it? If anyone knows where it is.
Someone was saying it's by the main entrance if you go above.
So like up here maybe?
Let's go for it.
I'm up on the mountain tops. There's nothing here. Oh, is it up there? Is that it? No, that's the exit, right? Oh, is that it? Okay. Maybe we should have... Someone says, give me the controller. I'd say Jesus take the wheel, but, you know, I guess he doesn't know where to go either.
He might.
I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a Crescent grinder. All right. So. Ba, ba, ba.
Where'd you bounce up to?
I think I found the route. There's a mountain up here. So I'm going to assume it's up here.
All right. Well, oh, this was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake.
You might be around there, though.
That was
Or are you following my...
I'm following your cursor.
Oh, don't follow me, dude. She is released with Awakening, with Bombs, with everything. There are a ton of warrior buffs and some tamer buffs. Oh shoot! I opened the world map. All right, hold on. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm in the mountains. I don't do the desert. The desert doesn't do me. We're not friends. Oh, what's up here? Oh. I think I'm going out. Sherner is the best Maehwa NA. I know how to chart. I know how to do chase. That makes me OP. Yeah, I think I'm going the wrong way. So we're on board with you.
Oh, we're on board with me.
We're on board with you.
Why?
I'm on a journey, man. I'm on a journey.
What?
I'm on a journey.
Whoop.
All right, please don't switch to me, Lyko.
Yeah, I gotta lock that Black Spirit skill. I'm not a big fan of it.
All right, I'm gonna teleport out. I'm going to Giffen. I'm gonna bring you with me too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's answer some questions. Why not let people find it? It's more interesting. You're gonna have to because we don't know where it is. Book of Old Moon
All
is
by
fixed.
design.
It was fixed in the last maintenance that we had, so it has been active for a week, and you would have got any buffs you used back at you. Tamer buff. I threw the papers away, man. I can't really go into detail because it's a lot of things.
Because it's not like, again, things can get spec'd out in the last second.
Yeah. I will just say, where is it? Where's Tamer? There's some damage increases and some other things. But yeah, there are some. Cambodia Crafting is not in. Why are we buffing Warrior? Warrior is not particularly great right now, so hopefully this will be, renewing older classes is something that we want to try to do. So, yeah, that's part of that reason. I need to be there. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. All right. Sailboats when Magoria comes in. When does Maehwa come out? She comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow? Would it be tomorrow for them?
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday our time, so Tuesday night your time. Hold on. Renewing all the classes, but you can't spell Serena without spelling Shy. Shy does not need a buff. Okay, buff Sork. Sork does not need it. Sork is in a very good spot right now.
Oh, I missed that.
She might need a little bit of love, but she's generally fine. But yeah, I think the ones that need it the most right now is probably Warrior, Zerker, and Ranger, I would say. Probably need the biggest buffs. But again, I can't... my sphere of influence does not go that far. I'm going to try to get those buffs in for people. We're going to talk... we are talking about it. But, if I say, oh, it's broken, why? Oh, it doesn't deal enough damage. Okay, then. That's not a particularly good feeling.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work well. There has to be reasons. And there are a lot of reasons. I've been going through a lot of the class discords and just general chatting and stuff. Trying to find what people think of certain things. So, are you going to stay there?
I'm waiting for you to...
I'm not going to pull you in. You got to do it yourself.
Oh, you're mean.
It depends how well this goes. All right, so I am in Giffen right now. The statues of Earth have been improved. So they give you can hit them, and yeah, I think I'm gonna need you. I have no buffs, no crystals, no shirt, no shoes, no service. I got nothing. Let's just see. All right. Done. I like how you tell me not to do order the apricot or general apricot or whatever it is, and then I'm using it every time.
I mean, it's good for the attack speed because we don't have crystals, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
All right. That looks really scary down there.
All right.
All right. I'm going. If I die, tell my wife and kids I love them. Oh no. Where? No. Oh,
What
there it is.
happened?
Oh, I thought I got stuck or I didn't. Okay. All right. This is probably a really bad idea. But as you can see, density has. Whoa. Density is. Yeah. Okay. Density has been done. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Oh, there's something I forgot to mention. With Maehwa, and I mean, like, man. So I was reading up on this. It's kind of people don't like it. So basically, like in PvE, right? If Maehwa's running out of stuff, you want to use your Maehwa's Will and all that kind of stuff, or other skills. But if you can block properly with the Full Moon Wall, right? In PvP, you'll get your WP back nicely. But it's risky. There's people who are just like, don't do it. Yeah.
This hurts.
You alright there?
No.
You need some help?
This is insane. There's a lot. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. I died. Why did we switch to main cam?
Because you died.
It's not smart. It's not smart. Switch them. Okay. So Giffen Raza, as you can see, has been made a lot denser than before.
Yeah.
This is why it's gone up. Someone said, rip my gins. I don't have gins, man. We don't have magic crystals right now. But yeah, Raja has been done. That was tough. Hold on. Someone said, have arena. Okay, Altar of Blood rewards have not been touched, unfortunately, right now. My gamepad is disconnected. All right.
I gotta get better with my pre-awakening and awakening combos on here.
I'm gonna bring you to me. So
Okay.
can we go main cam, please? Yeah. All right. That's stream delay. All right. Okay. Wait. It's a different command. That one. Give me 2
Switch out.
seconds.
There it is.
What's your name?
Huh?
Mayday.
all day.
Mayday. That's a terrible name.
I'm so upset.
I'm actually really upset by that. Mayday all day. Like that?
Yeah. Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go. All right.
go. Okay. All right.
The
Coronavirus.
event droughts sound like the real stuff. Any word when those will be added? Sorry, I caught that earlier.
The real drafts. Not sure yet. Hopefully soon.
Yeah. Did you talk about the announcement you wanted to hold off until the end? Yeah, that was the Augment history changes as well as the new area that.
Giffen and the area we couldn't find, which is Crescents.
Yeah.
So that Crescents area is filled with like big bad buddies, and they have a higher chance of dropping soil Crescents and Crescent rings. So those are the two.
Guardian when? We're gonna try and do another survey to see which class you guys want out of the ones that are remaining.
Yeah.
Just ask if people really want Guardian. Do you want Guardian?
Yeah.
Really?
It's the only other class I'm interested in.
Really?
Zerk and Guardian. I like axes, man. All right. I'm a simple man. I see an axe. I want to go chop chop.
You want? What are you gonna do about Node Wars? Talked about it. It's part of the optimization. Like, see, that's kind of the. It's the default answer, and it becomes the default answer once it becomes, like, later on in the stream.
Yeah.
I've talked about it in detail in the beginning. Kind of sucks.
Right? But basically, we're investigating. We've been going through the code, and the code is exactly the same on every region, but it's only affecting NA. So we have to take a deeper look into. I just thought something.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna take a deeper look into it. Like a thorough deep look. One more time, like combing through absolutely everything. We have been doing that, but unfortunately, nothing has come up yet.
Someone's saying on YouTube, I hate typing the same thing. Is there a suggestion option for BDO classes? There's not so much as an option as there are us.
You can message on the forums. You can message on like in the Discord, in the classrooms. There's a lot of people discussing classes and stuff like that. Are you in?
Yeah.
Right, come follow me. Then,
Oh, am I in?
yeah. You're in. All right. So, yeah.
So, I'll explain the shy thing because we've already.
Okay.
So with the shy costume stuff, I believe someone that was on YouTube or was on.
It was on either. I
I've
think
seen
it's
it
been on
multiple
both.
times. So with the the shy stuff, basically, how do I say this without getting in trouble? The two different platforms have different policies, right? And this was the only way to get this to work, essentially. So what ended up happening was, we had to match settings and make sure that it's okay on both platforms because we have to deal with two different policies. And more than often they do overlap, but there are times when they don't, and we have to kind of make sure that works. So I believe that we have, if people bought a costume for the shy in like whatever certain period, you can get refunded. You have to send a ticket. Please do check out the website and find that shy notice because that's like it'll have all the information there, and to process all your stuff, you have to go through a ticket to do it, and it'll tell you how to do that there.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do about it. It's the way it is. I think it's. I don't know. Like, personally, I'm not against it. I think that's fine, but I know there are a lot of people out there who, would prefer actual shorts instead of like 3/4 lengths.
Right. Someone brought up the potato mode thing. So we talked about this in one of our last few streams, where, when we initially thought of potato mode, the effects weren't significant, essentially, when we first tested it out.
Yep.
Now, we're revisiting that idea with different aspects in mind to get that, to see how many variables it does affect.
Yep. Are you coming?
No, I'm just trying to take on all these questions that are coming in because people are like, how come you don't answer our questions? But
let's do the Q&A after we die.
Okay, let me just finish this last one.
Okay.
So, potato mode, right? Even though we did initially say that, it is something that we're revisiting with a different angles and to see how many different variables it can solve in conjunction with all the other things that we're working on. Like in terms of optimization. I'm not saying in terms of content. So all the different other variables that we're working on in terms of optimization with potato mode and seeing that at a different angle. I'm not sure when that's coming in, but that is something that we are again revisiting.
Yeah, it's something that the first tests we didn't find much difference.
Sorry, what is potato mode? Potato mode is a term that has basically come up in is it through just chat? It's something
it's through
it's a term.
us.
Yeah,
it's through
but
us.
It has been a term which unfortunately has become essentially like a pseudo official term in the office.
Yeah.
Which is basically like the idea of toned down graphics, right? The idea of running it on like minimum stats.
Yep.
Essentially, right?
Yep.
Or minimum specs. That's what potato mode is defined as within these streams.
It's basically lowering the graphic settings.
That's what it's defined as. How we approach potato mode may change the definition of it to a certain extent, but not the core definition of it. Anything else I need to do?
Yeah, get in here and fight.
All right.
It's not gonna last long.
I'll come back to questions. It's not gonna
Yeah, we're gonna go into more Q&A stuff
Yeah,
after
shortly.
we die.
Okay.
It's not gonna take long. Trust me. Okay.
What's going on, buddy?
Are you here? All right.
Yeah.
You might want to heal up for
Yep.
this. Yeah. Okay. You see this room here? This used to be pretty empty.
Yeah.
Look how much stuff is in here now. It's okay. We're gonna activate them because Gif and Raja, they have to activate.
Yeah.
That activation time has been reduced by 30%.
Why their names are all red, man? Oh God, they hit hard.
Telling you, dude. It's a really tough area. You do need a party of 5, I believe. That's why the changes have happened.
Oh God, I didn't. I'm an idiot.
Did you die already?
No, I didn't lock roll.
Oh, me neither. Me neither.
That's something you should do.
Oh, dude, I'm down. I am down.
Well.
Good luck. Good luck. They're still hitting my dead body. Big meanies. Okay. The quest line actually should be fine up above. I don't think you've got to come down here. So yeah, you got to run away from them. But inside here is where it gets a little bit tough. The fact you're still alive, mind-numbing to me.
Ah!
Oh.
Nope. Peace out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The power of chase. So yeah, they hit like tanks. There's a lot more of them now, so they're much better to grind.
Oh jeez.
Together.
I'm down. This is gonna hit. It's gonna suck. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, main cam. Let's go to Q&A.
I tried.
So Brad Pitt, when is Ackman Mobs coming back? We've renewed it. We're not bringing them back. They have been renewed. So we've modified it again. Added some new monsters in there. Not new monsters, but like move some of the monster positioning around, and we're gonna see how it goes again. It is a step. I was watching videos of Ackman before the 40% and after the 40%, and when you're playing, you might think, oh man, it hasn't improved. There's still spikes in there. But the amount of spikes that happen and things like that, there's a difference. It's hard to notice when you're playing, but when you're watching, there is that difference, and it's hard to... You have to basically remove yourself out of the game to see it.
Yep.
So yeah.
I'm going to touch on a few questions here where it's... Sorry, I saw this question a few times, and I was thinking about it, where... Can Shy wear the peach flower coronet from the Blossom event? I imagine that, like, Shy's can, but I'll have to double check.
You never know.
I'll have to double check that. I feel like there's a reason why you're asking that question. Next thing that I saw was on Mixer, and I saw this question oftentimes. When is Node Wars for Medea and Valencia coming?
In the future.
Unfortunately, that's as much as we can say about that one.
Yep.
Any other ones I saw? Can combat skill menu change to skill trees, right? This has been a request forever, and we have been talking about it. This is more... It's not so much as on the...
Your controller.
Oh, sorry. It's not so much as on the dev team as it is on our UI team. And it was being focused on for a bit.
Then some other things came up.
The other things came up. So in terms of priority, right, like of what comes up first, and I think the UI essentially like renewal was the one that took precedent, and then we'll see if we can get back to that. But I'll keep that one in mind.
Yeah, it might be part of the renewal in general, so it is probably being worked on. We can't really talk about things that are not out right now.
These bots never lock evasion. I know. I forgot.
Hey, I locked evasion last time we were streaming.
I completely forgot.
And I know you did, because even though right before I was like, dude, you got to lock evasion. You didn't do it.
I know.
I should have been a better friend, and I should have locked it for you. But, yeah.
I see how far our friendship runs.
Yeah. Will we ever be able to switch to the PC UI? No, maybe. It's hard.
What do you mean by PC UI?
Yeah, so the UI is relatively the same. The issue is, like, they have a lot of clickable objects. We cannot have clickable objects, because then you'd need to find a way to make it so that you can unclick and not ruin combat. So we probably won't get exactly the same, but we are taking their elements now and we're putting them into the game. This is the renewed stuff.
Peeps on Mixer, I get it. Like, people still feel that DKs need help, which is more or less true.
I was thinking whether you got leaderboards in yet, but you haven't. Okay.
Yeah. DKs will need help at one point. Like, the accuracy buff, after people have had some time to play with it, and it's like, this is decent.
But it's not everything.
Yeah, it's not everything.
Yep. Tier 3 and Tier 4 horses are out there. You might just be in the wrong spots. I believe they go up to Tier 5 wild horses, but I'm not 100% sure. I know Tier 4 is in.
Yeah, in terms of horses, we're very careful with the information that we give out at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone elaborated on the UI stuff. So it's more that, like, I have to be careful with the terms I use. So what the person was mentioning was that the console UI on screen takes up too much room. Right? So that's what they meant by PC UI. It's something that we can bring up, but I think more so... I mean, this is more for my personal gripe, right?
Uh-huh.
Where at times the font is tiny.
Yeah.
You know,
Font scaling doesn't
work the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should, but it doesn't.
Take a shot every time they say I have to be careful. Yep.
I have to be careful with that one. So someone said, careful about giving information. You guys don't give any information. Wait, okay. All right, cool. You dodge questions and talk about the same things over and over. All right, thanks.
Levies. That kind of spring outfit may not come.
Any word on the issues where weapons get put away when not intended? So weapons not getting put away when intended. It's been reported. It's been looked into. We're not sure why it's happening. You were suffering from this, especially as Maehwa.
Yeah.
So we're looking into it. There is also the possibility that maybe you are just pushing R3.
It is. So with it, because it's something that affects PlayStation players more.
Yeah.
From what I've seen so far, it has happened to some people on Xbox, but they fixed it with just getting a different controller.
Is it the sensitivity of the
It's the
controller?
sensitivity, right? So like as soon as you go down, right? Unless you're going like this, I can't really show it here. But basically, if you go like this, you're not gonna have an issue. Most people are playing like this.
Yeah.
So when you push down, you're also pushing down that way, and it's
yeah.
very sensitive that way.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see.
I'll say this, right? So people on Discord and the forum, social media, as well as in chat right now.
Hold on. Let me answer this one quickly.
Okay.
Group, the ring menu thing is fixed for PlayStation 4 in the next update.
Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, slap the coupon code up.
Yeah. Put that coupon code up. We do have a coupon code. So one thing that people have been saying in, let's say,
It should be the same for both platforms.
yes,
It doesn't. We were lied to. So, oh wait, there's a monitor there. So go to console.playblackdesert.com/coupon and enter that code, and you'll get a Lights Precious skin.
whether you're PS4 or Xbox, doesn't matter. If you're here from mobile, this will not work for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So people are saying in chat and stuff like, you know, it's rough. It must be rough, like seeing like people be angry. And the thing that I've always been saying, and Valterra on the forums has been saying, Sharon has been saying in Discord as well, is that being angry is not wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're able to have the discussion and the conversation, that's okay. Like, and that's part of our jobs as community managers and the game managers, the GMs, where I'll speak honestly about this one. In terms of our job, we get a lot of the love that should go towards the devs, the UI team, and all that kind of stuff. We get a lot of that love. I think it'd be disparaging to say that I want all the love, but none of the hate or responsibilities that come with it.
Yeah.
You gotta have both. And so a lot of people are having that's what I mean. Like, it's not rough. That's my job. My job is to take the feedback, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Right? Also, people who are being like screwed up by Moobot, it's because you're typing in all caps. I should have turned it off. I know I should have turned it off. Yeah, right? But yeah, it's more frustration than anger. You're absolutely right. I think frustration is a better word for it. There are times when people are angry, and
Anger shows, like, the thing is, anger shows passion.
Yeah.
And
that's the way we kind of have to look at it.
Yeah. And our job is to take that anger, strip the anger out, but keep the urgency, and then report it. Because if we report it with the anger, you're going to get a lot of people who are like, well, it's a wear down situation.
Yeah.
If you constantly promote that anger inside like our reports to devs, it's going to wear them down, and they're going to be like, well, now I'm a terrible dev.
And that's our job, to take those hits.
So we strip that out, and we keep the urgency, but still try to keep it, I don't want to say neutral, because neutral would be a bad term here, but to keep it civil.
Civil is probably the best word.
Yeah. So, for example, I've seen a couple of write-ups on some classes that get very offensive. There's a lot of bad language. And then there's a lot of like, yeah, you guys don't know what you're doing with this class. Here's my suggestions. And it's like, man, that introduction there kind of kills everything. Like, even though everything else you said is legit, it kind of kills your argument.
Press L for love. It makes me happy. No, like, again, like the frustrations, the love for the game and stuff like that, we get all of that, which is what our job is, and it's sweet. right?
We also take the negativity, which is also fine by us.
I'm generally happy with that. So, okay, one thing was someone in Twitch keeps saying that, and I keep missing a question. I would see it, like they don't answer my question, and I'll keep paying attention, and then I miss it. I forget what that question was. In terms of, what are you doing?
I realized he's on a magnet. I thought he was stuck in, but he's a magnet, so I can spin him.
Oh man. Okay, so Succession.
I can't see it there. Anyway,
Succession is a ways away. Like it's it's quite a bit of a distant future. What was the other one? Guardian. Soon, I hope. Right? We'll see what happens. Right?
the magic S word.
The magic S word, we've brought it back. In terms of new like regions and stuff, it's something that we're working concurrently with optimization.
Yeah.
Right? So as long as they kind of work together, hopefully we can get stuff.
Yep.
Right?
So the fight, like, I don't want to say fight, but the fight with optimization is constantly like, we want to bring new things and new content.
Mm.
And we also want to make it so that we can introduce like better performance. But when we introduce something new, it has the chance of kicking that performance can down the road. So the next time we do some performance, we do an update, and then it's like a back and forth fight. So we do want to bring new content. It's no word of a lie. We're trying to bring as much new content as we can. We also have to be careful of performance. So we're monitoring both. We have three different optimization things going in this time. There's more to come.
Yeah.
Also, I see that Sly Nations has entered the chat.
Yeah.
So there's more to come. And hopefully those will improve performance more. And then we can release new content and then do it all over again. But your videos have really helped.
Yeah. The videos have helped. I do want to say, whoever's moderating this chat, you're gonna need to let the Sly Nations emotes go.
All right.
Just let it go.
I'll say,
like 'em.
okay, you got 5 more seconds of Sly Nations emotes, and then I'm going to have to cut you off. And if you do Naked Sly anymore,
I love
mods,
Sly, but
knock them out. I don't know how that got through Twitch. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, mods, time anyone out who's still posting Naked Sly motions. Okay.
and just ban Sly and see what happens. No, there's 2 questions I want to see, right? One was, someone on Twitch said, you said that you don't want, okay, so you don't want us to be able to see other platforms, but there's a problem when you check someone's profile. Let me explain this. So, because we're working with 2 different platforms, right? And you can see this in other games, like, am I allowed to mention other game names?
No.
Okay. So in other games,
Probably, but
can I say it?
depends on the game.
COD.
Sure.
Okay. I'll say COD instead. So in COD, where it has, crossplay and whatnot, they work with different platforms, as do we. And because of these 2 different platforms and their policies, there are certain things that we can do and can't do in terms of showing things, right? Now, the whole idea of, like, well, you can just check their profile and you'll know if they're Xbox or PlayStation, or if you join them in a party, you'll know the icon. Basically, policies dictate is that, like, you can't 100% prevent it, but what you can do is add steps in front of it.
And also that's internal policy too.
Yeah, those are internal policies from us as well as the 2 different platforms. That's about it. Like, I'm not sure how much more I can get into that with. The other thing was, someone was saying on Mixer, can we get like new kind of events? You know, like instead of just like a level up event or drop event, can we do something where like per kill you get something?
It's a bit rough. But we'll try. Someone says compensation for the Book of Old Moon that was already applied. When the update went out fixing it, you were refunded or given more time based on how much was used during the active period. So if you had a 24-hour or something like that that popped during that period, you got that back once the update rolled out.
Right.
Can you make Awakened scroll pieces stackable in storage? I don't know if it's possible. I don't think it's possible. It's part of just that. How to get a CM as a friend? Well, first you buy us beer, then you buy us chicken.
Yeah.
And then we'll think about becoming your friend.
Chicken's good.
Yeah, I know what they're talking about. That title isn't isn't active. It's all right. It's going to sound stupid, but when we do the database things to keep things clean, when we apply new titles, those titles are put into both PC and Xbox. So when they have their custom titles, they come into our game. When we have ours, it goes into their game. It's to keep the DB clean. Because, you know, there is the possibility if you have 2 or 3 separate databases there, I don't know, it's going to be rough.
Right.
So we just keep it in. It's not active now, but it is something we want to make active in the future.
Yeah. Beer and chicken in exchange for crafting notes back. Wait till Wednesday.
Crafting notes?
Yeah.
Is it back?
Yeah, it's in the patch notes.
Did I write that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I wrote that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I did that. Okay. We good. We good.
I'm so happy that I work with you, dude. So we aren't friends. I mean, it depends on your definition of friend. Like, I have people I tolerate. Just
when will you put the King Griffin as a boss for hunting? I don't know. Guild Search. Okay, Guild Search is something that we've been trying to push. Not sure why it's not in right now, but there is that idea of having some kind of searchable guild function.
I missed Lucky Gamble's question again. Hold on. I'm gonna scroll.
The Scallywag title, I'm not sure. I will ask again.
Scallywag title? What about it?
It hasn't been sent, apparently.
What?
Yeah. Someone said they didn't get their Scallywag title. So
that might be a translation issue. Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, PS4 inviting houses. That's something that we talked to the devs about. It's not in right now, but hopefully soon.
I'm just sifting through to find Lucky Gamble's thing.
I mean, I just give it up. So this is the thing as well. So some people might be like, oh, Twitch isn't even going that fast. We're monitoring 3 different platforms. So when messages come through, it's really easy for us to lose it. Could we just use L3 hold down to activate a freehand cursor? Okay, that's auto run, buddy. L3 down is auto run.
Yeah.
So what changed in Ackman? So Ackman, the mob number is the same-ish. The quality of the mobs has moved, and I don't know. So we had this discussion with the guy who's in charge of this aspect of the game, and basically he wanted to make it so that we still have the reduction because the performance and stuff like that, but he wanted to make it so that it felt better. So he's moved a couple of things around. He's added a couple of mobs, took out maybe some of the trashier mobs, and put in a couple of elites. So there is that movement around. It's hard for us to show because neither of us do Ackman in history right now. And also, if we did, it's a lot of concentration, a lot of showing, and it's just hard for us to do it on stream.
Yeah.
So what about the Xbox bug that gave billions? What bug?
What bug is dressed at on YouTube? What bug is that?
A bug that gave players billions? I didn't hear that.
I don't know enough about that. For someone was saying about title filtering, I like that idea. That's something we'll have to bring up. Title filtering is a good idea. Necromancer class.
A dream.
It
So
is
the
indeed
blue
a dream.
screen, Lucky Gamble. I've crashed all blue bosses to blue screen. Not just often, and would like to know what you were going to do about it, like it's your fault that it crashed. And no loot.
Oh, blue screen stuff. Right. So I'm going to assume that he or she is a PlayStation player. Because the blue screens are coming up on that end. It's part of the optimization process. I don't know in terms of compensation yet. It is something that, like, I've asked for.
Yep.
Legitimately, because... Okay, so if a person dies to a world boss, and then while respawning, that world boss dies, and you miss your loot, as a player, I'd be frustrated, but I kind of get it. If you blue screened out, though, and by that time world boss is dead, I'd be more upset, right? So it's something that we are talking about. I'm not sure if anything will come of it, but it's part of the optimization process. I think
why does it lag on a Furious server since it's not crossplay? Because crossplay isn't the issue. There are other issues at play. If it was cross-play, those servers would be bliss. It's not cross-play. I don't know how many times we can say this.
Yeah.
It's not cross-play. That's the issue. There are game issues
Also,
at hand.
just want to say, people who hang out on the inferior server, because, you know, I play on PlayStation. I sometimes go there. Some of y'all are mean, man. I got bullied out there in my personal account.
All right.
I got bumped by Akaza.
Uh,
Do you know? Akaza's PlayStation, but yeah.
Wouldn't know. Doesn't scare me. It's PlayStation. Nah. You got no thumbs on PlayStation.
Akaza is good. Like, he's a good player. He or she is a good player. Talks a lot of trash. But it's nice. If you genuinely ask for help, he's quite nice. Right?
All right. So, okay. Someone's saying that Offin won't die after the shield has been destroyed. I'll report it again. Right now, I haven't been able to go because it's at very awkward times in the day for us.
Yeah.
Right? So, it hasn't been done. The GMs there are like, no, it looks fine. I'll double check, triple check, and make sure about Offin Tet. The last stage, there might be another step that you need to do.
Right.
Depends how you're destroying the shield, too. Often doesn't drop loot for everyone. Apparently it's normal.
Yeah.
It depends if you're hitting the things you need to hit.
If you've hit the routes and you've hit the things that you need to hit, as well as, like, because I think a lot of people, when they sent tickets, they died and then didn't go in to get it. One other thing, and I'm not saying this happens to everybody. I'm not saying this is like an issue for everybody. We did get a ticket where someone was just like, I didn't get anything. And all we asked was, did you feed your pets? And he was like, no. Like, he didn't go get it himself. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't think that's a solution for everybody, but it is something that we do know about.
Yep. Node Wars.
If you got killed by a cause of lol, look, man, I was just farming. That's all I was doing. Plus, the cause is good. I don't mind him. Is it Destroyer Dreams? I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, someone said Node War issue on Node Wars are bugged on PS4 EU.
Mm-hmm.
No detail, and then said increase character slots limit, please. So it's EU now as well. It's spreading. It's spreading. Okay, we'll double check that. The bug about the Xbox PS4 players talking in guild chat and then it just wipes the chat, we know. It's been reported. But yeah.
Look, man. All right. So when I play on my personal account, I do meet a lot of you guys, and it's cool. Like, so what I've seen, and this is what I kind of like about it. So there's people in our Discord who are who boast about their strength quite a bit. But if you talk to them in general, or if you talk to them in server chat and stuff, some of the nicest people ever. They're just willing to help.
I'm just gonna send a message to Hexe about apparently EU Node Wars also.
EU Node Wars are messed up too, right?
EU Node War.
That was something I've heard. Will we be able to hover over nodes and see what is there? Always have to look online to find what chance procs nodes have.
Are we talking?
Oh, okay. So you know when you go, like, okay, you can get timber, but what else can you get from that node?
Alaska. It's something that was brought up a while ago.
Yeah.
Because it just says like lumbering and stuff, and you have to go and search.
Yeah.
I'll go ask about it again. It's been a while since I've asked, so yeah. Yeah.
Anything else? You must be PlayStation. I am indeed.
Here's PlayStation. I'm Xbox. Together, we're Black Desert community managers.
That's why we're not in marketing.
Okay, so the maintenance will be March 17th, 11 p.m. until the 18th at 3 p.m. It's going to be a 4-hour maintenance. That is for NA. That's PDT. For EU, it's going to be March 18th, 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock UTC. And then for Asia, March 18th, it's going to be 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock. I believe those are 24-hour times for those.
Someone just said, you know what the code should have been? Stab, stab, stab.
Why would it be stab, stab, stab? Slice and dice? Oh, because she has a spear.
Yeah, you stab.
Damn it. Why didn't we think of that?
Well,
I mean, you didn't even think of Maybelline, dude.
I was very upset.
All right.
This is very... Yeah, it's terrible.
Someone said like, okay, there's shy outfits on mobile, but when are they gonna come to
I know
console?
about this one. Right. I can explain this
Go
one.
on
Okay, so mobile got shy after PC did, right? And the way that you program the costumes on mobile is less human resource intensive in a sense, right? So
Less intensive in general, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just one piece. You can't mix and
yeah,
match.
it's one piece. There's a couple pieces,
Okay.
right? So the way that mobile develops their costumes is a little bit different from the way that console and PC does it. So basically, when mobile got the shy, they legitimately waited until they got more costumes ready because they saw what happened on PC, where people were like, "Give us more costumes." And so for mobile, they're like, "Well, let's wait this out a bit more." Also, for people who know about the mobile costumes and for shy, I believe you're playing in Korea then, right? But yeah, the way that it's developed is different. I want more costumes for the shy. I also think Archer should get some more. Lon is heavily neglected.
Yeah. Okay, Scuffy, when are we going to get new content? So ETA on new content. Right. This is the thing. Everyone has their own definition of content. For some, maybe it's classes. For some, maybe it's events. For some, maybe it's quests.
Right.
For some, maybe it's new regions, new areas. We just had the Kama Silver renewal, which hits the quests.
Yeah.
Giffen Raja rework plus Crescent Shrine opening up the back area would be maybe locations, I guess. If you're talking about whole continents and regions, that's going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have to design and develop and then populate zones, design the monsters, design the landscapes, design how it's going to look at night, design how it's going to look during the day, design the villages, design the towns, design what life skill stuff is going to be in there and where it's in there. Continent-wise, it takes longer. Yes, Dregan is kind of in the back burner. It's something we could release, but we want to make sure the game is good. And this shows the duality of the community, because one person was like, stop releasing content, work on performance. Then we got someone who's like, when's content coming? I need more content. It's duality, and it really depends on what you define as content.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really hard to satisfy everyone when they say like, when are we going to get it?
Yeah.
Because it's just not possible.
Oh, that's the other thing. So people in Mixer and on Twitch are saying like, but it's already designed because it's on PC. Right?
Yeah, and implementing it, bruh.
But, right? When we say develop, it doesn't necessarily mean creating newly, where it is just deving for the platform that we're working on, right? And now that we have PlayStation and Xbox together, deving for both of them and bringing content from PC and making sure that, like, you know, and I always bring up Kama for Xbox when it first hit.
And you could bring out Kama for PlayStation now, I guess.
Yeah, right? Like, it hit hard. And this is, for PlayStation, it hit hard too, but this is after we optimized it. So, deving requires not just, it doesn't necessarily mean just creating completely new code. It's also altering the code to make sure that it fits for the console that we're working on.
So it is hard. Like, yeah, we could just implement it and then run it at less frames per second than you're getting now, or with more lag or things like that. It has to be tested. It has to be looked at. Has to be reworked. Yeah. There are things that have to be reworked within those regions to get it to work properly.
I think that's the other argument, like, where people are saying like, what you guys make it sound like it is coming from scratch, though.
It's not coming from scratch. Like,
but no, the way we make it sound.
Yeah. Well, the basic designs are there.
Yeah.
But then getting it in and not making it worse is like 90% of the work.
Yeah. Imagine just having like the blueprints, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we have. We also have like, we can see the finished product, but this is a different environment going from there.
Someone said, so can we just have potato mode? It's something that we're reinvestigating. Someone said, would you be able to add the plague masks added due to coronavirus? And we said that, you know, it would be cool. I was thinking about something like that, but it's
we
not.
thought about something very different, though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It depends. Like, there's so many different factors for that. Like, is it ethical?
The one that
like to put in plague doctor masks because of the.
Oh, I thought you meant our
coronavirus.
original idea.
No.
The original idea is ethical. I have no issues with that.
I mean, it depends. It depends on like those kind of things, I guess.
Yeah. I think with the plague doctor stuff, like, yeah, I don't know if that'd be okay. Because of. Right, so I saw this question a few times, and I'll kind of just touch this. It's slightly off topic from the game, right? I know how things are in the West due to, my parents being there, and my friends and family being there, and the way that it's reported there, and the way it's handled. It's a lot more different than how it is in Korea, right? So for us, we said this before, there's confirmed cases, but the fatality rate under the age of 60 is quite low, if almost non-existent, right? It's extremely low, and we're taking all the right precautions. In the West, though, this is treated more seriously because of how widespread it is and how cautious people are being. And it's a time of fear for a lot of people. Like, whether it's a time of fear for you or not, it is a time of fear for a lot of people. Us putting in plague masks in the game is not being sensitive to the time, especially with the whole, you need to remember that Korea is the second most infected country. Yes, confirmed cases, right?
That's because they tested something like, was it 300, 400,000 people so far?
Because there's testing and stuff. Putting in those kind of masks and stuff like that is not sensitive to the times. We had that issue with one of the videos that we wanted to make between me and you. It wasn't going to be sensitive to the time, and we said no to it. But, I mean, everyone is sensitive to everything. Not so much as that. Like, it's not... I understand when people... Like, the idea of fear, right? It's not okay to disregard completely, right? There are times when people are scared too much. But given the circumstances in North America, as well as in Europe at the moment, given those circumstances... and the way that people are proceeding and seeing some kind of like nasty human behavior, right? And some you see amazingly beautiful human behavior. But because of that, it's quite sensitive. Yep. Yeah. Family name. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Family name, chat option, please.
So you see the family names in chat instead of their character names. It's been discussed.
Yeah.
I can't remember the resolution.
No, that... Oh, man. Okay, so I gotta keep saying this. In terms of being oversensitive and stuff, no, I'm not gonna say that people are oversensitive, right? But I'll talk more about that on Discord if you guys want to have a conversation. But I genuinely like it.
Okay, so one of the things that keeps coming up is, can we transfer platforms? No.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's just not a thing that is allowed.
Yeah.
It's just not allowed.
Yeah. What happened to the first Pioneer title? It's no longer available since crossplay, despite having it since beta. That's something I have to look into.
Yep, we'll double check that. What about removing player costumes to set each class? Okay, when we said about the training dummies and the class thing, that is a very possible expansion on that idea. So someone's asking if it's okay to, like, why don't we hide costumes in Node Wars and Siege Wars? And Conquest Wars, basically. Like, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Or maybe at World Bosses and things like that. It's a possible expansion. Like, if it works in scenario A, we might see if it'll work in scenario B.
Right.
We might see if it works in scenario C. But there is this element of, we have to kind of keep the costumes in. Like, people have bought them, dyed them, and it's part of making yourself stand out. So, yes, it's a good idea. We'll see how it goes. If it works, then maybe it'll be expanded on. It's difficult to say now if it is or is not, because I don't know that.
Right.
But if it can be expanded, that's something that we will try to push. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else I gotta talk about? Oh, I actually... Do you guys... So, okay, so that was the thing with... what's the point of people buying skins?
I mean, it depends. That's the thing.
That's what we meant.
It depends where you're showing it. Like, if in Node Wars it helps improve performance drastically, I'm pretty sure most of us can take a hit.
Right.
And we can just, like, show off in towns and cities or whatever. If it improves. It might be expanded. It might. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is going to be expanded. There is a possibility. There is also the possibility that it's never going to be expanded, and maybe it'll be even reverted.
And again, something that we have to proceed cautiously.
Yeah.
What costumes is Maehwa launching with? I can't remember off the top of my head.
She's got definitely got the ones that we were wearing.
Yeah, the general apricot one.
The Order of the Apricot armor and the red moon. Red moon clothes.
That's something that's gonna come out. I wasn't here at the beginning. I've seen this so often. Okay, so I wasn't here at the beginning of the class. Is a new class coming out?
Maehwa.
There it is. Also, YouTube's not notifying anybody else. The way that we stream is,
with Restream.
And apparently there was an issue with YouTube's API, I believe.
Yep.
With Restream, so hopefully those notifications go out.
Also,
properly.
Node Wars in NA on PlayStation, we are aware. It's something that's come up again recently.
Yeah.
Very heavily. We've managed to get a lot more people invested in it this time around.
Right.
So hopefully, with the it sounds weird, but with the combination of like PlayStation and Xbox, it means we have more devs to work with.
So I think it's like Radio.com and Mixer would just like, can we ever make characters that look like me and you?
I mean, you can make a warrior that kind of looks like me.
That's true.
It's possible.
And just make a Shy. You'll see me. Fine.
Shy with a beard, that'd be dope.
That's Valentine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm not gonna even talk about the Berserk event. We talked about that too many times already. Then leaderboards we talked about.
Basically, with leaderboards, it'll come eventually. We have to work a few things through.
Content we've talked about as well.
It depends what you consider content.
And like when is what coming? We can't. So something I'll touch on. Someone was saying like the mobile skill kits. And I saw the comment on Twitch. It was mostly about Shy, but it's also other classes. Why are the mobile skill kits better than the ones on both PC and console?
Well, there's less combinations.
There's less combinations, as well as the platform affects it. So when you're on mobile, the UI UX is very different. The UX is more important than the UI at that point, right? And the amount of space that you have to work with. Because of the UX and the way the game plays, a lot of skills were A, either removed, or B, merged into something, or C, they just removed it and then made something completely new, right? To get a similar feel, but also stay true to the mobile concept of it, right? I would like some of the mobile skills because they look really cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I just want to say, to quickly nip this in the bud, we're not hiding your costumes altogether. Right now, it's just training dummies. If it can be expanded, maybe it will, but it will not be expanded throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
When we say it might, that's just, someone asked, why don't you do it for here? And I was like, that is a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's on the table, it's on the cards, it's been discussed. It hasn't.
Yeah.
But someone said, why don't you take that and expand it here? And I was like, it's an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's possible.
Yeah. Are you going to unlock regions so everyone can play together, a.k.a.
NAEU? No.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure if our plans will change in the future.
Yeah.
Right? And then...
Are we thinking about adding succession? I mean, it'll come eventually. It's just a matter of when, and it's not anytime soon.
Add the feature to hide people's horses in towns. So I thought about this,
Horses and boats.
Yeah, horses and boats. What if you're on the horse? Would you still hide the horse?
Yeah.
So it'd just be the guy that's floating around.
Yeah. What was that show that had people on invisible bikes and stuff like that? Oh. SpongeBob. It'd be like SpongeBob with the superhero, the comic hero, the guy, and they have
The old
invisible,
man.
Yeah, and they have the invisible motorbikes. Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Icon changes. It's been brought up. I can't remember the old. I think the old reason was like
Invisible boatmobile.
invisible mobile. I got it.
Someone's saying, is Kuno going to be able to use the, like basically like the real coupons, right? Now that Maehwa's the newest class,
Has it been
it's
30
it's
days?
based on the time, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's, I believe 30 days since Kuno's launch,
Yep.
then yeah.
And the reason why Archer works is because we said it's Archer's
Xbox
release, not PlayStation release. Anyway, what was I going on about?
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yeah, but I was talking about something before Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
We've lost the plot already.
lose the plot
I'll get back to this. Someone was like, VPs went on Central Market. Don't know. Like, it's not so much that I don't want to talk about it. It's just that I don't know the plans for it. And if I did, I'm not sure if I would be able to talk about it yet. But yeah, no, I don't know enough about it.
Is Tamer's Cloud Stomp skill getting fixed? I don't know what's wrong with it. Might be getting a buff though.
One sec. So, Archer skills cause frame drops.
That's been investigated. We are looking at that. Oh, Cloud Stomp.
I genuinely don't like doing Pro Shop updates. I know you said that we don't like it either, and I know you understand it. When the notice comes out, it comes out.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. I genuinely don't like talking about that.
I know some people want it, but for me it just feels I'd need to take a very hot shower afterwards. It just feels dirty.
Wait.
Oh, icon picture change. That was it. So I don't know the exact reason why, but we have talked about it before, and they did say like not yet.
Yeah.
I believe it's come back up recently. Like a lot of people have been asking about it. I legitimately cannot remember for the life of me the reason, because I remember talking about this at launch and having a really the reason. I remember telling someone this was the reason, and I cannot remember what that reason is. No.
Let's get back to you on that.
That was a year and 2 months ago.
Foil on Twitch, who gave me the Kumnara Yorum Jamwa, that costume. I'm not sure. Let me look into it. But it's a cosmetic for Shy.
Lawn buffs it all. PA needs to address the weakness of Lawn. Lawn melts. She's a glass cannon. If you want to talk about weak, play Zerker. Play Ranger. But in terms of class balance, they are being looked into. I'm not just dismissing you. But Lawn has her uses. She was not touched, I believe. I have too many pages that are now out of order, but yeah, she's not being touched now. But basically with Lawn, she's not in a very, very bad state. She's in a state. You know what I mean? Like a
Lawn?
Yeah, but there is some effort going to look at these classes, but legitimately Zerk needs more love. Hey, I like to jump into people and then have no follow-up skills. Just Zerk life. But yeah, I've been reading through a lot of things and collecting like opinions on classes and
Lawn is. See, that was the thing. Like, there's people are like, Lawn is strong, Lawn is squishy, Lawn is whatever. It just depends on how you play. As a Zerk main, I love that.
Yeah. Jump into people. What am I going to do? Just grab someone and then hopefully everyone else can finish them. But yeah, I mean, one of the things is with balance, where do you draw the skill line? Not in terms of like skill points or not in terms of damage, but where do you draw the line on player skill? Where do you balance towards? Do you balance to the people who know their class inside and out?
Yeah.
Because then, everyone else underneath will probably suffer because let's say one Zerker is amazing and we try to balance towards what he does. Every other Zerker is going to struggle.
Right.
This is one of the age-old things of balancing and finding the right spot of where you need to balance towards. And we talked about this before. finding that spot is difficult. If you put it in the middle, then at the higher end, it's going to be unbalanced. If you do it at the top, the lower end is going to be like, you're going to have people who say like, oh man, this class is terrible compared to this class. I get melted by witches all the time. And it's like,
I think balancing,
it's a thankless job.
Exactly. It's a thankless job. Someone also said the Zerks are OP.
Someone needs to remember that they're on console and needs to remember that for 30 seconds, maybe, but for the other 2.5 minutes, basically Q buff. Titan's Wrath, I believe.
When are you fixing the questing UI? I'm gonna assume you mean like if you do a guild mission, there's a honking space in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I think I also know what.
On list of priorities, that one's kind of low.
Why don't you guys have slow mode on? It'll make it easier. Because it's not just Twitch. We also have whatchamacallit, Mixer.
I mean, we could
YouTube.
put slow mode on each of them, but then like people are going to be like, well, my question disappeared and I can't ask it for another 2 minutes.
And I've been censored.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh no, sir. Oh man.
Trench, don't worry about it, man. We legitimately understand when people say like, oh, you don't answer anything. It's just for the first part of the show, we don't. We try to show things and then answer things at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of a product of how we run the streams. So it's like we do patch notes, we talk about the events, we make you suffer through gameplay, and then we do Q&A stuff. So like legitimately no hard feelings. Like I said, being frustrated or being angry is okay, as long as you're willing to have the conversation, because it's something that my mom taught me. Mama Trent once told me is that if you spend all your time being offended and being angry, you'll never find the time to have the discussion. And the discussion is where you start making amends. So yeah.
Mama Trent is smart.
Mama Trent is smart, but she's also savage. She called me stupid multiple times.
Yep.
Like she messaged me because she was like, "Oh, like, are you okay? Like, I heard Korea's a hotspot." So I told her like, "Oh yeah, like this is what's going on in Korea. You know, the way that's reported is slightly different, but no, we're actually okay here." And she was like, "Cool. Try not to touch hot pots." And I was like, "So you saw the last stream, did you?" And she was like, "Yep."
So Mama Trent, if you're watching, you raised the good in some ways.
Mama Trent is awesome.
So okay, this black spirit suit here, over on the edge. I don't know if you can see it right now, but Trent put it on during the pre-show.
Yeah.
That's custom made. I have no idea where it came from, how much, and when it was made, but
yeah,
it is pretty dope. It is super hard to see out of though.
Why did you guys change the profile introduction? It's super short now and spaces aren't allowed. Wait, what? Well, I wrote that one down. Right.
I mean, I still got the game on. Test it.
Sweet.
Okay, go for more questions while I'm testing.
Yeah, same thing. The things in the back. New outfits for Striker. Outfits is the stuff that we talked about, right? Oh my god, someone is a return viewer. Trent, how are you enjoying your new bed? Right, this is completely off topic.
I got spaces in that one.
You got spaces? Okay, it's completely off topic. I don't have necessarily a new bed. The bed frame came first, but I still don't have a mattress, so I've been sleeping in the frame. It's been hard on my back, but got one more week before the mattress comes in. What? Okay. Yeah, the one with the spaces. We've tested it. It's an issue. I'll bring it up. Add CMs to other towns to reduce major city populations. Ooh.
Central markets aren't necessarily an issue with the maids. There's no longer camping. A long time ago with the old central market system that PC had, would have been a massive issue.
Yeah.
Because you had to sit there and camp. But now that you can access it anywhere, I guess. I mean, the issue mainly is around storage. Like people processing and stuff like that, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
But there's things maybe that can be done there. But yeah, I legitimately didn't know about the spaces in the profile because I still only have introduced yourself.
Oh, okay. So questing UI, MacLab, you're right. I know you talked about this on Discord. It's been an issue. So what he means by the questing UI is that it's not as fluid anymore. Like you gotta bang, you know? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is. no, do not start a GoFundMe for me buying a mattress. The mattress is coming.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to online shop.
I hate online shopping because you can't, like, I told you this, right? With vacuuming, if you buy a Hoover, you want to hoove, right?
Yeah, in your head you're like, "Wah," it's not plugged in, and you're like, "Wah."
You got to get the angles. It's just, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna get attacked for that.
But it's true. It's true. You do want to test things out.
I think Mama Trent's gonna yell at me.
In-game voice chat and guild chat, we're still working on it. Unfortunately,
Yeah. People are asking for that because there's few people who don't use Discord, right? So yeah, it's something we have to look at. Oh, it's Berserk. Okay, fine.
Berserker Flying Buster spam doesn't work. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, it's away with the ring menus done.
Yeah.
Berserker in general does have issues. We were talking about it quite a bit last night on the way home. Something that I do want to bring up with just the state of Zerk on console. Found out the guy who does the placements of the monsters is a Zerk player.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring him to my desk and he's going to play with my Zerk. I'm purposely going to gimp it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to gimp it so that it looks really bad and then we get huge buffs. Smart thinking. I'm not really.
But I'm gonna give you like 5 more grabs.
It's just like, yeah, you need 10 grabs. Like, no, I'm gonna bring him over and just let him have a go on console.
Add the feature to hide people's horses in towns. I mean, it's something that we can look at. Again, like what was the show that we just talked about? SpongeBob. It might be invisible. It could be kind of weird, but it's an idea that we can mess around with. Why see others in town at all since we can't trade with them? Can we have an option to hide others in town?
It would be okay. It's something that we have talked about before, and I can't remember the reason why. Someone said, can we rebind L3 and R3? But even if you do that, you're going to have issues because you have to move things around. Like, PlayStation, the down presses are a little bit more sensitive. So even if you put it on L3, then your movement is going to be it, and it might be even worse.
Oh, the ability
of camera. Yeah. If you put it on movement, oh my god. Can you imagine? Like, you're trying to move forward, and every time you try to just press forward, you put your weapons away.
Let's not put that evil out in the world.
I'm going to suggest it.
So people on Mixer were talking about the ability to walk. Is it that hard to put it in? Evidently so. I want walking for just the one quest, the one where you just lead the person. But yeah,
the easiest way is to turn around backwards and walk backwards.
Yeah.
And then just play your video in reverse.
Oh man.
Make boats go back when people don't use them. That would affect totems. The reason why you see a lot more boats out now that are left out by the fishing spot in Velia is because of totem EXP. So yeah, I'll talk about it.
NPC Finder. I want that.
Someone said, can I go kill more accuracy, please? Wins, go do it yourself. You have the skills.
More accuracy is legit, though.
Yeah. Not as legit as Smome, though.
Yeah.
Smome dominating that was dope.
Brought me a win. It was awesome. When is Ultra Blood coming back?
This update.
Yep.
This update. It's coming back.
Some of the stuff from, like, I'm not sure if we get the same updates as PC does at times. Like, at one point maybe, but we don't know until it happens.
Yeah. We generally get... Okay, I just peel back the curtain here. We generally get to look at some of the things that have been on PC, but we can't apply it. Yeah. Things like the Imperial trading changes, a couple of things on bosses. Someone said, why isn't O Deleter out yet? I mean...
Any news when we can use photo mode in combat? Oh, to get rid of the UI. Ooh.
There is a setting, but I don't believe it works.
There is. I know what you're talking about.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I pressed spawn to town. Oh, I pressed spawn to town and spawn. Why am I in Grana and you're in Old Wisdom Tree?
Don't know. Do you guys have enough toilet paper?
Man, stores in Korea are still stocked because people didn't panic.
Yeah. Don't make it sound like an attack, man. But legitimately, when this stuff happened here, it wasn't like mass panic, let's stay home and lock ourselves in. It
Take precautions where necessary.
people took precautions. It was more so the masks. People bought a lot of masks, but then there was like, how much can I talk about this? In terms of government went in and was just like, hey, we need these masks. Let's put them in these like post offices and certain like pharmacies. You can get 2 per day, sell it at like a cheap and cost because, like let everyone have it. Plus, people have been donating and stuff like that to get masks in. There's like hand sanitizers literally everywhere, and you're encouraged to use it. Depending on where you work, you also get like body temperature cameras to see all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not everyone panicked.
The nerfs to accuracy and stuff, I don't know legitimately when that would be. I don't even know if it's actually been put in PC. I believe it was Test Lab.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been adapted to PC. The 100% accuracy changes.
Right.
I don't know if it's been put in, but we probably won't get it for a while.
No hazmat outfit in the pro
Dark
shop.
Solitude. Okay, make
No,
sure.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
I'm gonna bring it up. Make sure to let everyone know they're hiding outfits. We're only doing it with training dummies. So if you are in the training dummy section, your outfit will be hidden. That's the only spot. If your fashion sense needs you to be on those training dummies with your costume, okay, really sorry for that change.
Yeah.
But it is a change right now that's going to be added just for the training dummies. Some people.
Yeah, it is so angry. Are you guys ever going to stream enhancing? I would love to see some CM rage as the players often do. We did do one. We did do an enhancement stream.
It didn't go to plan.
All right.
Oh, here's a way to build fail stacks. Bam, bam, done.
So we're just supposed to be like, all right, so this is what fail stacks is. This is how you do it. You want to pop it at this point and all this kind of stuff. Then I tried to go from Pri to Duo, right? And like people in chat, what's the fail stack that you would want for Pri to Duo?
It's like 20.
20ish, right?
25. If you're being, depends how safe you're being.
Right? Depending on safe, but most people will try to go at a 20. Right?
Yeah.
And then go up from there. I went up to freaking 60 before I finally popped to Duo. And like, it was supposed to be a tutorial enhancement thing. And then I just got more and more angry and pissed off.
Language!
Angry and frustrated. Gotta bring myself back down again. Just the memories of that thing. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. If you ever want to go, I think it's there.
It's there somewhere. Did we actually nerf boss loot drops? No. Like, some people believe that like there's one person whose whole job is just to press like nerf drops.
Yeah.
And like it's okay drops. Okay, I don't know how many people know this on console, but I've read this before. So there was a whole on PC. There was a whole silver tinfoil hat theory about how the Perlibis office has like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of employees, one for each player.
Yeah.
And it's basically a guy named Mr. Chang who sits there and goes, yes, you get it. Yes, you don't. Right? And basically he's there and his sole job is to press a button to allow enhancements or to make it fail.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
And I remember this tinfoil hat. It was just like, yeah, that one person is responsible. So always thank Mr. Chang when an enhancement goes through.
Yeah.
And I've brought this up to Koreans, and they even know about it.
Yeah.
Like, we brought it up
it's
to
a
our
typical
old
hut.
PM. And unfortunately, it's not true.
It's not.
It's random, man. Like, it's true random. But,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
Oh, someone's saying should have. So I understand. Like people were like, why didn't you just save the stack? Right? Like why did you pop it? Because it was supposed to be an enhancement tutorial stream, and then I was just more angry, and I was just like, well, how high can this go? Right? Like let's just push my luck. And then I just kept going and just cried in a corner.
oh, I think I've started a Mr. Chang thing now.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Chang loves me too. No, that's actually a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually moved on to mobile as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. When I was on the Taiwan team, that was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, never go full tilt. It's true.
My hair turned into a fro that day. It was stressful.
Cribsy, yes, of course. There's been talk about the shy things. It's been talked about on PC. It's been talked about on console. It's been talked about in both platforms. We are talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do because I'm not privy to every conversation those guys have.
Yeah.
But it has been talked about. Okay, hold on.
Is that legitimate Akaza in chat?
So, okay, the guy who is spamming with his number, I
one?
have addressed his comment.
Which number? What?
So there's a guy who was spamming a thing about like, this is my 39th attempt. That guy. When are we gonna get the nerfs? 37 times.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah, but I think that chat there is slow.
Yeah, we talked about that one. Anything else? Yes, I did go full tilt.
Mr. Chang is real. Don't let them like, damn it.
Yeah.
We've been busted.
Yeah, some people do remember that stream where it was like it was terrible.
Someone's like, are we gonna get anything regarding fail stacks on totems? No. I
I
don't think so, but I mean it's ridiculously cheap and you're gonna be fishing anyway. And from what I know, the percentages don't get better.
Yeah.
So you start with the movement speed, then you get the weight, and then you get something else.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other one, but yeah, it's one Blackstone. Getting to 100% is one night, I guess. But yeah, the RBF AFK people is something we have been investigating. It's something we've been looking at. Yeah. There's a lot of things like. There's a lot of variables. This is the second or third time we've talked about this tonight, but there's a lot of things where we could put in if you don't move within X amount of seconds. That one's already in.
Yeah.
So people have found a way to get around that. If you don't drop out the tower, but then there might be a reason why you're at the top of the tower purchasing things and that kind of stuff, or maybe you have to go get a coffee, or I don't know. So we're trying to come up with something to stop it, but I don't know how far it is.
There's a few people on PlayStation who have been messaging me on Discord where people have given me different kind of ideas, like a timer, like a hypothetical lava thing, as well as like other exploits that are in RBF and like what this could lead to.
Massive hair stuck in your beard. It's
My hair's getting.
out here.
I told you, man. Just remembering that enhancement thing just makes my hair turn to a fro. There are a lot of suggestions that people have given me. I think. What's his in-game name? Bright, right? So Bright's one of them who's been giving a lot of feedback because he does a lot of RBF and stuff. But when he's been giving me his feedback, he's also been telling me like, well, you could try this, but it's gonna lead to this. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, let's see what happens.
Someone said, why don't you remove the random NPCs on the islands? Okay. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again. The amount of NPCs in the world is relatively low compared to the amount of monsters. The ones on the islands, for example, Ilia Island, for example, like all the middle islands with the node managers, they will not affect lag elsewhere. It's only when you're around that region.
Right.
So, trust us, fam. Those guys, they're insignificant. They don't matter.
Can you vote to kick for people in your team only in RBF? I think it might. I mean, that has some drawbacks too. Well, I mean, it's a suggestion.
So, okay.
Did we?
Someone talked about the boss item lies, right? Yeah.
The boss loot nerf lie.
Yeah. So you give an answer, and even though it's the truth, someone can take it as a lie.
Yeah.
We legitimately haven't changed anything.
Such is life.
Such is life. RNG.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I am a community manager. I get that when people hear an answer that they don't like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not just user-wise. That's just people in general. When they get an answer they don't like, they get hurt. And yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I see people going off about like, this is not like you're lying about it. Without revealing sensitive information, I don't know how else to prove that to you.
The ability to remove names above your head, that's come up 130 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Make RBF based on your end score.
That was a suggestion. I remember that was.
But then
one.
the thing is, if
Yeah.
if you suck like me and you do, and you end with 1,
Whoa! I ended up at 40 at one point,
yeah, and you went straight back down.
but I got there.
Yeah, but it's the end score. It's not the mid score. It's the end score.
I'm gonna
so
send
you've
a
still
ticket
got
about this.
nothing. The tagging feature is something that I'll bring up. I
Yeah.
don't know if it'll come out yet, but it's something that we'll bring up. Visit each other's houses in PS4. We talked about. No idea.
Yeah.
There's something there. Yeah, under or below, no way you'll stay at 10 the whole time. True, but there
Yeah.
is a chance of hitting 10. Imagine if you get that last kill of the game that causes your team to win, and it was worth 2 points, and you were on 8 points, and now you get to 10 points, but because you're on 10 points, you get nothing.
Yeah.
The possibilities are there, you know. It's there, and yeah. More air balloon routes possibly in the future. I don't know.
Ancient relic event, maybe. I don't know.
We've had them before, but yeah, it would be
Yeah.
nice. But I think meme frags are at a stable price right now, so maybe we don't want to introduce it right at this moment. All right.
Yeah,
I
add
think
something
we're-
more in
I
terms of
think-
points. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll say this one. So someone was like on mobile. There's something like. Do you know what the like essentially like? In Korean, it's like the revenge feature, but I think in the global version, it's the remember feature. If you get PK'd by somebody, you can tag them, and you will hunt them down. Like, you'll remember who's the one that tagged you or who PK'd you, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't just teleport to them. You can't go to them or whatever,
But
right?
you can hunt them down.
Yeah, you can find them.
I mean, we have people who can tell you the locations of people in game.
Yeah. I know about that feature. Are you guys allowed to stream, or are you locked into PA-only streams? Would love to see sharing our rage enhancing.
Sherna don't enhance. Sherna buys. Actually, no. I've been enhancing. I finally got my tri-crescents. Finally.
Yeah.
It only took... So I tried to go for tri-Bassi belts 6 times. Failed every single one. I was like, well, sod this. I'll go for crescents and hit it.
Right.
I think I hit it at 54 for the tri, which is higher than I would like to go.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I
I
gotta
was annoyed.
get my gear up.
Yeah,
Because like you told me one way to do it, and I was like, I don't know. I do want my accessories, but I know what what everyone says you should be doing.
Weapons, then armor, then accessories.
But not tri weapons. You said tet weapons.
I think when you get tri weapons and armor, and you've got decent accessories,
Yeah.
then it's time to go to tet weapons, tet armor.
Armor wise, it's okay, but yeah.
Armor can be the last thing as long as you have tri or above. Depends where you're going.
Yeah.
It really depends on you. Okay, guys, I think this will be the end of today.
Oh snap! We've been streaming for 2 hours again.
That's fine. It's all
Are
good.
there any plans to address the optimization?
There are 3 optimization things coming this update. There is the costumes being hidden for people on AFK training dummies.
Yeah.
There is the life skill minor reduction in certain areas. And there is the auto-sort loot function, which was taking more resources than necessary. So that's been
Something like that.
refined and optimized.
Can we do a 24-hour stream? We have done a 24-hour stream thing.
We did a 9-hour.
9-hour stream. We've done a 9-hour stream, and we got delirious.
Yeah, I don't know how people do 24-hour streams. They'd be crazy.
They're awesome. When me and you did, we're dying slowly inside.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was fun.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
Admittedly, I think the problem was we started at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we started on 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. PS4 ranking system. I'm gonna say eventually. I'm not sure if it'll come. Or when it'll come.
I think we've tried to answer as many as possible.
Why doesn't PC version do streams like this? Because they're professional.
Oh, all right.
Look,
man. I love streaming with you, but you know, you know what we are.
I think I think what we're actually looking for is casual.
Okay, casual. Sorry, wrong word.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. All right. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think we're done.
We're done. Someone says Warrior buff when it is coming this update. If you do want to be able to, so okay, here's the thing. If you join in the stream later than we start, if you go to YouTube, I believe you can rewind the stream while it's going live. So you could rewatch that beginning and then try to catch up with us later on.
Yeah.
But guys, we're gonna end it here. I just want to say thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
We know that things are a bit rough right now, and we know that there've been decent server issues that we've been looking into and trying. We really appreciate you sticking around. We will continue to investigate. We will continue to make sure that things are going smooth and trying to go smoother than they are now. We're working on it, man. Like, it's not just an instant go here. There's thousands of reasons why these could be issues.
And finding, I've shared this internally as well, but I'll say it here too. Finding all the different variables is one problem. The other problem is how those variables interact with each other, which leads to a lot of scenarios.
I mean, imagine it like, anyone who's been to university here, I'm going to bring this up again. But anyone who went to university, you would know that university internet is good at like 3 o'clock in the morning when most people are sleeping. Yeah. But then when it's at 7 o'clock at night and everyone's got home and everyone bangs on Netflix or bangs on their torrent downloads, as it was in my time, it slows to a halt. So, like, that's just one of the things. Like, I used to rage when I was playing Halo 3.
Yeah.
Right? I'd be like, my God, what is wrong with my internet connection? Like, I'd be throwing things around. And then I realized it's because I was playing at, like, 8 o'clock when everyone was just downloading and watching stuff. So, there's a lot of variables that we have to investigate.
Yeah. But I think we have to call it today, man.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for, joining and hanging out with us and dealing with our deliriousness near the end of it. This always happens once the stream goes on for a little bit too long, comes like the witching hour. And then, we need to figure out the time right when that happens, and then we got to cut the stream there.
Yeah, that would be the professional thing to do, but we know we're not like that.
We're casual.
All right, guys, legitimately from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for sticking around. We're going to continue to investigate the issues. We're going to continue to work on optimization. We're going to continue to work on bringing content in the future. We don't know when, but we're going to work on it. But guys, just thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you maybe next week, maybe the week after. We'll see how it goes.
Let's see what happens. Stay safe. Bye, guys.